Alright, let's go to the cgi-bin directory and go looking for my m2k.py file. And let's put that into, let's take a look at that. I put that into my m2k.py, put my m2k.py file into Notepad. Let's take a look at this. This is for CGI query processing. It's m2k.py. This is a comment, of course. I'm going to import two libraries, CGI and sys. Sys, yes. Could you write something to standard output for me? Sure, what? Content-type, text.html/n/n. Okay, I'll do that. Carriage to turn in line feed, enter. Okay, system. One more favor, could you write some more standard output for me? Sure. Write the doc-type HTML tag. And he does that. Wow, thank you so much. Then he writes the HTML tag. System, write to standard output the HTML tag. Okay, one more thing, system, write to standard output the title tag and gboole's page, and end title tag. All on one line. Thanks so much. He says, okay, I'll do it. System, one more thing. Could you write to standard output the following, an h1 tag, header 1 tag, and then here's your query. And then end of h1 tag. And then system, one more thing. Could you write to standard output the following, an h2 tag, just an h2 tag, beginner, nothing else. So anything that follows this will be in h2, bold and big. Okay. I don't see an end h2 tag here. That'll come later. Now, what I now want to do is make a field storage object and assign that to the variable, which I'll call form. Form. Okay, you're a variable, and I'm going to assign something to you. I'm going to tell CGI, are you listening? Yes, I am. You know your field storage method? Yes. Execute him, instantiate this into an object, and make form an instantiated object variable. Wow. Okay, this guy is referring to this guy. He's storing all the fields of data that are going to be handed to him. All right, so I'll be able to get to my fields of information that HTML hands to m2k.py through this guy. He's going to store all the variables for me. Okay, well, call them variables, fields. Okay. Now, form. Yeah, you got a variable in there that's stored in your storage area. You got a field in your storage area. Form, you got a field in your storage area. Form, you got a field in your storage area called miles. What's the value of that guy? Get that value for me. So he gets the value. Then I say, get that value and convert him to float. Okay, he converts him to float and assigns it to x. Assigns it to x. All right, that's fine. So let's say I key in 1 mile. So now the float version of that is in x. All right. Now take that x and multiply it times 1.609. And that will be your kilometers value. Assign that to the variable y. So the conversion is now made. Now all we have to do is tell the system to write that answer to the standard output, which will be the web page. Okay, that's easy. How do you want to do that? Well, system, write to standard output the following, in quotes, of course, %.2f. So I want them to put a 2 decimal number right here, followed by the word miles equals, and then another %.2f, another 2 decimal point floating point number here. These are placeholders, of course, as you know. And He's going to replace, and then kilometers right after it. Now, you see these two placeholders over here? I want you, system, to substitute those with those two placeholders with these two values. I want you to put the X here and the Y in the second spot. Could you do that for me? Sure, I will. No problemo. Well, thank you so much. And he writes that to the standard output, the web page he's going to make. He's making. All right, one more thing. System, yeah, write to standard output the following. End H2. Oh, so everything from here up to here, is going to be bolded with H2 and made a little bit bigger. Yeah, that's it. All right, so here's the end H2 tag, and then system, write to standard output, end body tag, and then follow that with a end HTML tag, and that's it. That is it. Well, let's make sure we save this, and let's minimize it because I might need it later if there's any errors. And let's get my web page up here. Now I'm going to click in here. I'm going to call up my server. I'm going to say localhost :8000. Now, immediately that establishes contact with my server. / what am I going to load? What do I want the server to load into my system? I want them to load that file m2k.html, and he pops right up there. Wow. And I hit enter, and bam, there he goes. Let me make him a little bit bigger so you can see this. Beautiful. Now, what shall I do? Let's put in 1. And I'm going to click on Submit Query. This is the m2k.html. When I click on this guy, he's going to pass this 1 over to the m2k.py file, who will calculate the answer and then write a totally different web page right here in front of us. Okay, let's see it. Let's see it get done. Click on Submit Query. What is 1 mile in kilometers? And oh, here's your query. Wow. Here's your query. 1 miles, should have put that in parentheses, equals 1.61 kilometers. Wow, pretty good. Let's go back 1 page and let's key in 10. How much is 10 miles? Here's your query. 10 miles equals 16.09 kilometers. Wow. Wonder what 100 miles is. Submit the query. And it's 100 miles equals 160.90 kilometers. Huh, what do you know? This works. Amazing. Huh. That is just amazing. I'm going to minimize this. Get my server up here. And let's stop my server, control break, and that's it. I want to thank you so much for watching. This is George Boole. Bye-bye now.